And now, a thought from Mann. Today's subject, opening themes. You know, a lot of TV shows nowadays, they just don't do much in terms of intros. I mean, back in the day, when we had TV show intros, they were always great. Like, most of them we hum today. But nowadays, they don't really do much to just kind of play with your ear, you know? They most of the time just put up a title card or just have some nice little beat to it. But it's just not something you find yourself wanting to hum or finding that memorable. TV shows back then, they used to do a lot with their intros. I mean, they knew how to catch your eye. Some TV show intros would tell you about what's gonna happen or basically just why certain things are a certain way. Like Fresh Prince basically just tells you about why Will Smith is in Bel-air in the first place, and it's catchy as hell.
In West Philadelphia, born and raised, on the playground is where I spend most of my days. Chilling out, maxing, relaxing, all cool and all, shooting some b-ball outside of the school. When a couple of guys who were up to no good started making trouble in my neighborhood. I got in one little fight and my mom got scared and said, "You're moving with your auntie and uncle in Bel-air."
Or even Powerpuff Girls. They knew how to basically tell you about the entire premise of the show with not much. They basically just had the narrator tell you how the girls came to be and what they want to do. But there were subtle little touches that told you about the girls. Basically, in the intro, they have these little instrumentals that play over the girls as they appear on screen, and each instrumental was pretty much unique to the girls. Each one basically told you a little bit about the girls. Like for Blossoms, it's this triumphant theme that indicates, okay, she's sort of the strong leader type. For Bubbles, it's this cute little twinkly noise that indicates, okay, she's the sweet innocent one. And for Buttercup, it's this hardcore guitar riff that indicates, okay, yeah, this is the tough, strong one. And that was just so unique and subtle. It tells you about the show and you basically get invested without them having to tell you too much. And I just think we don't do that much in terms of opening themes nowadays. A lot of TV shows nowadays, they're just not catchy with their theme songs. Sometimes they'll just throw up a title card just being like, hey, here's this show, whatever. Or sometimes they'll have a nice little beat to it that's okay, but it doesn't really do much to get you hyped up for the show. I remember shows like Thundercats, while granted the intro was awesome as hell, the TV show was pretty underwhelming. But that intro was fucking awesome. It got you ready, it got you hyped.
Thundercats are on the move. Thundercats are loose. Magic, hear the roar. Thundercats are loose. Thunder, 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 Thundercats. Thunder, 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 Thundercats. Thunder, thunder, Thundercats. Thunder, 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 Thundercats.
But nowadays, they just don't do much. Hell, even with the Thundercats 2011 reboot, all they did was put up a title card with the instrumental from the original theme for like 5 seconds, and that's it. Really, I was looking forward to that too. I was like, make it hype, come on. But it was still a great show. And it's kind of ironic, it basically flipped, where the original had an awesome intro, but the TV show ultimately was pretty weak. And with the reboot, the intro is weak as hell, but the TV show is awesome. It's just kind of weird. TV shows nowadays just don't do much to really get you hyped for it. Some of the catchiest theme songs definitely had to be like Chip and Dale's. That was my shit growing up.
Slipping through the cracks, but these two gumshoes are picking up the slack. There's no case too big, no case too small. When you need help, just call Chip and Dale's Rescue Rangers. Chip and Dale when there's danger.
Or Power Rangers, that always got me hyped. Every time I hear that freaking guitar riff, I was like, oh man, it's Power Rangers. Oh man.
That's a
Fresh Prince, that was always a good one. I didn't watch Goof Troop much, but I always loved that intro. I definitely liked that intro.
Like father, like son, you're always number one. Yes. There's buddies, there's pals. Yeah. You always seem to work things out. Can't you see you're two of a kind? Looking for a good time. Report to the truth, and we'll always stick together.
They always had so much effort put into it. They usually get the most completely enthusiastic singers for these shows. Hell, freaking Gummy Bears had a freaking enthusiastic singer, and it was like, wow, he is really into this.
Gummy bears bouncing here and there and everywhere. High adventure that's beyond compare. They are the gummy bears. They are the gummy bears.
And it got you into it. I just missed that. Like, it's just straight up pure emotion, and you're caring about this straight up silly ass concept, but they just sound so enthused and so into it. You're just like, now I gotta get into it. Opening themes like that were just awesome. They just straight up got you into it, whatever it was, because they knew you gotta put emotion into this. You gotta get them kids hyped up. A lot of those shows that we come home and watch in the afternoon, they're like, yeah, we know you're tired, but here's some good cartoons. And they have them theme songs. We're like, oh, time to throw off our backpacks, just sit down, watch some good cartoons, surround ourselves with some fructose bullshit, and just watch some cartoons. And they just got us into it just from hearing that one note of them themes. Man, those were good days. All in all, theme shows today, they just need to put more effort into it. Get like very enthusiastic singers. You don't need to get like pop singers, of course not, but get some people to really hype up a show. A lot of the times they just get someone who can at least hum a few bars here and there, but you just don't get much in terms of hype. Like Star vs. the Force of Evil, it has a nice intro and all that. It's kinda catchy, but it doesn't really get me hyped up.
Gonna get a little weird, gonna get a little wild. I ain't from round here, I'm from another dimension. Gonna get a little weird, gonna have a good time.
Gravity Falls, it has a nice intro that tells you a little bit through just instrumental and good imagery, but it doesn't really get me hyped. Back then, oh, them TV shows, they got you hyped. They got you prepared. It's like, whatever you're doing, stop doing it. Start watching this goddamn cartoon. Whatever you're doing is pointless compared to this cartoon. And I just miss those days. I just really, really miss those days. But that's just a thought.